I'm Matt from Proactive, and this is just a quick run through for the Easy Write software on the BenQ board. So the whiteboard software, if you press onto that, that will open up the whiteboard software now, and you'll be greeted with some icons along the bottom. So the first one is a select tool. So when you have stuff on the page, just gives you the option to press onto things or highlight around and select that specific item that you've pressed onto. Second icon is your pen. So if you tap it once, it then gives you the option to change the colours. So you can choose red. The thickness of the pen is along here. You've then got your pen, highlighter, stylus, different pen types to use there. Simply just start writing on the board. As you can see, that will then start writing on there. You can then go back into it, change the colour, change the thickness again, and carry on writing on there as well. If you then want to rub out, you've got 3 different types. So you've got your standard rubber, which will just let you rub out the section you're on. You've got the select tool, which when you drive through, you can see there, it will go, you line through what you want and it will clear it completely. Or you've just got the clear all, which will just wipe the page as is. So if I just press the first one, for example, you can see that I can be a bit more precise and fine-tune, delete things on there for you as well. The second one is the text tool. So when you bring that up, it will just give the option to type it. So just type test, click OK, brings the text in, and then you can change the size, the colour, make it bold, things like that, and go through it on that way, and that will then just stay on the page for you. This icon is like your widgets icon essentially, so you can then have the option to add in virtual sticky notes instead of actually physically sticking them all over your screen. So if I just type the number 1, you can see that brings in a sticky note. Press that icon and you can keep adding as many sticky notes as you want all over that screen and start moving them around. The second icon is your shapes, so it just brings those in, tap whatever one it is you want. As you can see, it will put that onto your page for you. And the third icon is your saved template. So there's some preset ones in here, such as flow charts. If you scroll down, you can see there's quite a lot in there, even down to something like a periodic table. You press onto it and it will then bring that into the page for you, as you can see there. The next icon, so this is when you want to bring in file types, so you can bring in any file types that you want, PDF, Word, notebook files, things like that. You can also now bring in music, YouTube videos as well. Just simply press on the icon that you want. So if I press that icon, for example, it will then bring up the file explorer. This is the stuff that's saved directly onto your board, or if you wanted to, you could plug a USB stick into one of the front USB ports, and that would then give you the option here to select that, and you could then access files from a USB drive as well. So the next icon on here, so this is the widget like toolbox. So this has got stuff in there such as like your ruler, projector, things like that on there as well. It's also got timers and stopwatches, so you've got a countdown if you wanted to. Just click start and that will run through. We've also got like a stopwatch, things like that on there as well. And also it's got some options here for when you want to have multiple people using the board at once. So for example, the last icon, if you press onto that, it will ask you how many teams you want. So if we just press 2, you'll see it's then split the canvas into 2. So this gives you the option to, if you wanted to, have 2 pupils up at the same time writing on that board, doing a team task essentially. And then once you're finished with that, press the X in the bottom left, gives you the option to save it, click don't save, and that will then jump back straight into what it is that you were doing. So the icons then down the right hand side, you've got an undo button and a redo button. So if you simply press that, it will just go back a step to whatever it is you were doing. The icon next to that is where you go to change your background. So you've got icons along the top for lined paper, good for handwriting, and then you've got some pre-saved colours. If you press the plus, it will then give you the option to fine-tune and choose your own colour on there. So just click save, then pre-save that into there, select it, and you'll see it's then changed the background colour on there. Then down at the bottom right as well, at the moment we've just got 1 page. If I click the plus, you then see it then says 2 of 2. If I press that, very similar to how PowerPoint works, you can see that's where I've got my slides. If you press the 3 dots, it gives you the option to add a new page, delete the page, or you can just press the first icon, which will just copy exactly that page onto a new page for you. And then the bottom right is just a magnifying glass. So it gives you the option to, if you wanted to, you can zoom all the way out on the page. If you get a little bit lost, you go to the magnifying glass and you can reset exactly whereabouts you are on that page, or highlight. Just gives you the option to use it almost like an infinite canvas if you wanted to. Then once you're finished and you're done with the page, in the bottom left, If you press the icon which has got in the very bottom left, the 3 lines, this then gives you the option to export whatever it is that you've saved. So the second option down with the little arrow up, if you click that, it then gives you the option to save as a PDF, as an image, or you can even save it as a QR code. So if I do that, it will then give you the option to choose exactly what page it is you want to run. If you only want the first page being saved, for example, click OK. And this will then generate a QR code, so I can then take my phone, iPad, whatever it may be, scan that, and it will then open that page up onto on my phone or iPad, whatever it is that you were using, and I can then save that on there if I wanted to. If not, you just click the 3 icons again, click save, and I would just save that as a PDF or as an image, and that will then just save directly onto the board itself for you to use at a later date. Click save, and that will finish. To simply get out of it, all you do is press the 3 icons again in the bottom left, and there's a little door icon, which is the last icon. If you press that, it will then close down and bring you back to the home page.